Hey YouTube, Dravis here. I'm gonna start a brand new series on my channel, mainly because recording LPs on my computer isn't, it's not working. My computer just can't do it. Um, so with that in mind, until I can get a better machine that can handle it and I can do things that I've been planning for at least 6 years already. And obviously haven't been able to do it. I would like to start a new segment, mainly because it's not too demanding on my machine, and I've been kind of wanting to do this for a while now. I'm going to start a brand new series called Movie Talk. Now, that probably is a copyrighted name, and I'll think of a better name, but for now, it's Movie Talk. Here we go. So, the first movie that I want to discuss with you today is a movie that I saw a few months ago. Really funny. It's a comedy, rated R. It's called Tag. Now the plot of the this movie is the every year during the month of May, a group of friends go back to their hometown where they grew up and they play a game of tag. And they have a bunch of rules too. They have you see like them making amendments based on certain situations, like oh yeah, you can't tag anybody at a certain point in time when they're doing this or that or whatever. Um, and it's stated in or later on in the movie that they came up with the rules when they were kids, and one of them was no girls allowed, which is why the main character's wife doesn't play, but just kind of watches. So the movie starts off with the main character. His name is Hoagie, same actor that he stars in The Hangover, and I forget the character's names in that because it's been probably 5 years at least since I've seen that movie, maybe more. But uh, Hoagie goes and starts to gather everybody and is convincing everyone that Jerry, the guy who hasn't been tagged in 30 years, uh, is quitting at the end of the season, which is for them the end of the month. So they try to create ways to tag Jerry, and basically everything they do, they fail. Uh, so the movie is basically just like that. Uh, it's not much I can really say on it. It's less than 2 hours. But my other things that I want to cover in these segments are favorite scenes, and I got a few of them in this movie. My first favorite scene in this movie has to be when you first see Jerry walk out of the car, because they don't show his face immediately. Um, Basically, the setup to that is the guys when they're all together. They prank call Jerry because they know he's going to get married, and the rehearsal is at this country club. So they prank call him and saying, "Oh yeah, your rehearsal dinner was canceled, and we can't refund you because you canceled on such short notice." So they kind of get to the country club, and Jerry just walks in, and when he finally realizes what's going on, he just says, "Hello, boys," with this kind of like an almost an evil grin. Um, Another favorite scene that I have here is when the knows where Jerry's gonna be, and he's gonna try to catch him off guard. So he dresses himself as an old elderly lady, and he's walking in the mall with a walker, and he drops his purse, and as Jerry bends down to pick it up, Jerry looks at the shoes and realizes that no elderly woman would wear those kinds of shoes, and he just looks up and acknowledges that it's one of his friends trying to tag him. Um, so those are two of my favorite scenes. My least favorite scene in that movie, I'm going to also talk about least favorite scenes in these movies, has to be when uh, Jerry's wife, or at the time fiance, fakes a miscarriage uh, when when the boys finally have Jerry trapped inside this place inside like the kitchen of a church or something like that. Um, the wife or the fiance comes and fakes a miscarriage, pretends to be stressed out, and the main characters ultimately realize that happened. Um, but I didn't like how that worked out. I mean, they the just some to joke about that. I know there's shows that joke about a lot of more serious things, but to fake a miscarriage, like for the purpose of a game, really, I didn't really see a whole lot of humor in that. Even though I kind of anticipated it coming because of just how some of the things that Jerry does to prevent himself from getting tagged. So, still didn't appreciate it. I give this movie a 5 out of 5. Now I like to rank all my movies out of 5. A lot of people do it out of 10. I do them out of 5 because, like, it's hard once you get in the middle. It's really hard to put a movie at some number. So 5 makes it easier for me. I give it a 5. Only had the one problem with that one scene. Otherwise, it was a flawless film. Um, Feel free to comment below as to what movies I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to do Star Wars. I'm going to probably do all the 22 Infinity Saga Marvel movies, starting with Iron Man. That'll probably be the next one. Actually, I'll probably do Star Wars first, um, and a bunch of other standalone films. So comment below, and even if it's a movie I haven't watched, if I haven't watched it, I will watch it and I'll do a review on it. So be sure to give this video a like. Hopefully, someone can also help me do some video editing too. Uh, Wink, wink to all the people who can help me with that, because I've got a lot of friends who can. So with that in mind, I'll see you all later.